Alt click path 2. Alt option click the layer mask button. Sorry. Just click the layer mask button. I forgot to feather it. Look at that harsh edge. That's what happens when you don't feather. It's a good lesson for you. Let's try it now. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. We're missing that stroke around the edge. So what we'll do is we'll just make a stroke. Because we need to rebuild the stroke. I could subtract from the mask, but I don't think so. I don't think that's going to look good. We'll get the paintbrush tool. Choose, get a black color, but a little, not so black. Like a little light. Let's choose a brush size. We want a soft feather brush, 100%. Maybe not that. Let's see. There we go. And I'm shift clicking, that's all. And I can move the stroke up a little bit with the move tool. Nudging it. Look at that. So here we go. Before, after. Before, after. And, you know, again, the text, you know, all this text, we can rebuild that, okay? These are basic fonts, nothing fancy. In here, this you can't. You don't waste time rebuilding that. It looks good anyways, you know. And then when you're done with everything, you know, you want to give it a nice little, brighten it up a little bit, you know. Or maybe shadow highlight, you know, build up the contrast. That was kind of flat. So help it pop out a little bit more, you know. So you got to work with what you have, right? You know. It's Photoshop. It's a lot of improvisation. It's a lot of rebuilding, a little bit of creativity. Maybe a lot of creativity. Depends how creative you are or not. Every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. I'm going to get these time zones right. Every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And then we have Mountain and Pacific times, which goes back. Mountain would be 8, Pacific would be 7 a.m. We are live. So you can interact with and through the chat room. You can call us PGXU Live via Skype. Join the email list. Send an email to mailing list at photographics.pro. Follow us on Twitter. Let me give you a quick shot of our fine Twitter page. There it is. Alright, look at that. Classes and sessions. Tune in to tomorrow's show. Blah, blah, blah. All kinds of interesting things. I even have some poetry. Doodle draw. Make something beautiful. Slap complacency in its craw. Kept trying, grumble, grumble. Just landed a new project without a fumble. Boy, that is just some good stuff. Hey, like I tell everyone, I'm a photo retoucher. I'm not a doctor. I mean a poet. I mean a politician. I think we've had enough for this episode. See you next one. And send me those questions. Files at photographics.pro. And send me those questions, those problem photos. I want to work on them. I want to show you what we could do to make them look better. How's that?
What makes a good scan?
What is a selection?
What are layers?
What is resolution?
What is a JPEG?
What is TIFF?
What is RGB?
How do I crop a picture?
What is a zoom tool?
What is a clone stamp?
What are levels?
My name is Eric Basir, and I have produced this unique photo restoration and retouching foundations video course to answer all these questions and more. In my classes and workshops, I have taught hundreds how to preserve and restore their personal photographic collections with Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Photoshop Elements. Now you can have me as your personal instructor in this 10-lesson course. After studying the videos and easy-to-read workbook, you'll finish with a firm foundation of how to use Adobe Photoshop or any other photo editing program confidently and correctly.